Hi class, welcome to our spring term. My name is Susan Magee. I am a full-time instructor of communication at Drexel University in the Department of Communication. I'm also the online course coordinator, which should probably give you some comfort right now. I have a lot of experience and a lot of training teaching online, and I really actually enjoy teaching online a lot. So no fear there. I'm sorry that we're not going to get to see each other face to face. However, I promise you that you are going to have a very robust course experience. You're going to get a lot of writing practice, and you're going to get a lot of feedback from me. That's the key to successful business communication and professional writing. Is practice, feedback, and doing it again. So we are going to do that. Now, I've had people reach out to ask me, are we going to be Zooming on, every Tuesday and Thursday? And the answer is just no. I have students, I've already heard from several students who really would not be able to do that. They're either doing co-op or they've got just a family situation where it's just would be really difficult for them to be able to do that. And I totally understand. And really, the way that I teach, if we were face-to-face, is that we would talk about, what we're doing, or we would talk about research, or we would talk about audience, and then I'd have you go do something. So my style is not to stand there and blab at you and lecture. It's really just, blabbing at you and then having you do something, while we're in class. So my classes often just really run as workshops. So we don't really need to be Zooming to do that. It's actually wouldn't even really work. Now that said, I would like to be able to try to have some class sessions. I think it could be really helpful, answering some questions or, just kind of getting together and talking about writing issues or whatever you all feel like you need. So I am going to schedule a Zoom for next Tuesday. That would be 4/14, and I'll send you a notice and a link and all of that. If you can't make it, it's okay. If you miss anything, I will record the part of me talking and make sure you have access to that. You might have to do maybe watch something and then maybe do a makeup discussion board or something like that. Okay. But I can promise you, you're going to have a very robust course experience. Knowing how to write really well in a business and professional setting is so key to your overall professional success. And I'm here to hopefully contribute to that. And I consider that an honor and a privilege. So, if you've never had any kind of online course before, this is going to be, the way I run this course is more like a traditional online course rather than a course that was supposed to be face-to-face that's being taught remotely face-to-face. So, and again, a lot of this just comes out of my experience in teaching so many courses online. So I really can promise you are going to have the same outcomes as if we were together. And you'll see at the end. You might even, who knows, you might even do a little better. Just because you're stuck at home and maybe you'll spend more time on your homework. I don't know. Let me just say that this is a very anxious time for all of us. I have a 19-year-old son who has asthma, so I'm just worried that he would get sick. So I'm hunkered down here, and it's weird, and it's an anxious time, and I have anxiety anyway. I have my whole life. I've always been really open with my students about my issues with anxiety and depression, and how I mostly do pretty well, but right now it's tough. It really is. So don't be hard on yourself, okay? Be really careful about going out, really try to take care of yourself. But if something happens, if you get sick or a family member is sick or you lose a loved one, somebody that you might know, this could really be our reality. We need to really communicate with each other, and we need to really take care of each other. So, and I'm really here to do my part in that. So if you communicate with me, if you need extra time for something, if sickness derails you, whatever it is, just reach out, talk to me, and we'll work it out, and it'll be okay. I promise. Okay, so I'm very excited to work with you all. The last thing that I want to tell you that's super important Two things. One is our weeks are going to go from Tuesday to Monday night midnight. So our week is going to start, you'll see every week, you're going to be able to see the new week material, and this will have all of your readings, it will have any assignments, it will have resources for you. You can click here to post on a discussion forum if you have a question about an assignment or something kind of general. You can leave it here because it might be helpful to other people. You can answer it for a classmate. I will answer really quickly. Unless it's really late, I'll pretty much answer your questions within like an hour. Usually, I'm pretty fast. So our weeks are going to start on Tuesday, right? And then your discussion board postings are always going to be due on Friday. Your first posting, and then responses to 2 classmates will always be due on Monday night by midnight. Now, of course, you can always turn materials in sooner. You can get ahead on assignments and work ahead, but you can't do that on discussion boards. I really need for you, you can post, but you still need to be responding during the time that everybody's on the discussion board. So you're fine to work ahead, just make sure you know what you're doing with your assignments. The other most important thing that I need to tell you is that a 1 in the grade book is not a grade. I would never give anybody a 1. That would be completely ridiculous. The 1 is a message, and that is to you to go into the grade book to read what I wrote. So please don't reach out to me and say, why did I get a 1? How did I get a 1? Go to the grade book, you'll see why. And then if you have any questions about what you need to revise, then please feel free to contact me. Okay? So this is a writing class. We work on process. You'll be drafting, I'll be giving you feedback, you'll be redrafting. Okay, so it's not like you're going to hand something in and be done with it right away. That often doesn't happen in my classes. You've got to get it right, and then before you go on to the next thing. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to working with you and getting to know everybody on the discussion board, through Zoom. Maybe we'll do a couple voice threads here and there. But again, reach out anytime. Let's have good communication, because that's really what's going to get us through, and that's really what's going to make our experience here successful. Okay, so reach out with any questions or concerns that you might have about anything I said in this video or anything in the syllabus, and I will be seeing you soon on the discussion board.